And I want to introduce myself one more time as well. For those who didn't hear me earlier, my name is Eddie Hernandez. I am a student advisor here at California Intercontinental University.
Good morning. I'm Sabrina Jean Valencia. I will be your Student Services Advisor for your start today on July 3rd for Term 5.
Good morning. Welcome to CIU. We look forward to having you here. My name is David Rodriguez, and I currently work with students with the last name L3Z.
Good morning, CIUers. This is Dee Jefferson, your Student Services Manager here at California Intercontinental University. We're so honored and pleased to have you here. Welcome.
Again, we are your support team here at CIU. We're very excited to be working with you on your educational journey, so let's get started. The big question is, are we ready? And yes, after this presentation,
Give me one moment. We're going to actually go to another part of our presentation by Sabrina Valencia, which is our GLOW presentation.
thank you, Eddie. So as you see here, California Intercontinental University is personal, accessible, and entrepreneurial. You'll be seeing all 50 states here in the United States of our students here, our graduate students and current students. We also reach out to Alaska and further down south to Hawaii. Again, CIU is located and reached out to all 50 states in the United States of America. We then pan out to our red countries for our international students. We have students in Canada, Botswana, Dominica, Egypt, Germany, Ghana, Haiti, Hong Kong, India, Indonesia, Jamaica, Jordan, Kenya, Kuwait, Lebanon, Mexico, Nigeria, Norway, Pakistan, the Philippines, Saudi Arabia, South Africa, Sudan, Trinidad and Tobago, Turkey, Uganda, the UK, Vietnam, and also Zambia. Then we start going on to the United States of America on the West Coast, straight into California, into Orange County. This is where the university is located, right in Irvine. We're at 17310 Red Hill Avenue, Suite 200 in Irvine, California. If ever you're in the OC and like to visit us, please do schedule a campus university tour. We would love to meet you and your family and, of course, welcome you to the university.
Thank you, Sabrina. Now I'm going to move forward with the next slide in our presentation.
So our CIU mission pillars are personal, accessible, and entrepreneurial spirit. Our support here at the university is service-oriented culture with our admissions, our student services, and our diverse community. With our students, our faculty, and alumni. Our support is also attainable, global, affordable, and online. We are independent, evolving, driven, and relevant. Our tone of our university is supportive and encouraging. We're practical and straightforward, and aspirational and challenging. In the new student orientation today, this is just an overview of what we'll be discussing. We'll start out with our Ready segment, which will go over our technology requirements, official transcripts, and our registration. Then we'll move forward to our Set section for the student portal, the LearnCenter, course room, the textbook, APA, and our live tutorial. We'll conclude the orientation with our Go segment of Bio Monday, Assistance and Support, the Intelligent Partnership, ID cards, and even the study partners. After every segment, we will have an opening for any questions regarding the information we went over. And of course, we'll have an open forum after the orientation for any other questions you may have. Please do remember we will be taking attendance throughout the presentation, and all students here today will receive a recording of the orientation tomorrow morning. So let's get started.
Thank you, Sabrina. So let's go to our Ready section, Technology Required 1.0. So, of course, the following items are absolutely necessary to start successfully here at CIU. That includes a reliable internet connection, Microsoft Office applications such as Microsoft Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. In addition, Adobe Acrobat Reader, a webcam, microphone, or external headset, a personal professional email, a compatible internet browser, technical support. Ensure to bookmark this link, help desk at caluniversity.edu. And then we also recommend the following applications: a Skype and a phone for texting. All advisors are on Skype during their office hours, and we do text students. So if you have a mobile phone on file, we will be texting students with reminders and following up with you directly. So ensure to review before July 3rd these applications. I can't stress enough how important it is that you have an email, internet connection, and a device as well that will be compatible, which will relate to our next slide. If you will not have any of these items, especially you're not access to a reliable internet connection or may have challenges in doing so, ensure to contact us now. You can speak up now or talk after our presentation, and we will, of course, support you and assist you on options that may help you to start successfully on July 3rd. Now, the next slide of our technology required are application and internet browsers. So, for example, it's required that you have one of the operating systems, Windows XP or later version, Mac as well, Linux. So they're very standard software applications that you must utilize to be successful here at CIU and log into our portal and LearnCenter. Furthermore, I'm sure you have one of the following internet browsers: Microsoft Internet Explorer 7.0 or later, Mozilla Firefox, Google Chrome, Apple Safari, Adobe Reader, Adobe Flash plugin, local administrative privileges, as well, ensure that you're a location which you are able to log in successfully. I can't also stress enough, we do stress, of course, having an antivirus program. I can't say this more enough that you all be surprised that you have a computer and it will crash at the worst possible moment. I've had, unfortunately, have to deal with that myself during my college years. So ensure you have that updated and you have an email account you're familiar with and that you are familiar with one of these browsers. I utilize Google Chrome. Many of our office staff use Google Chrome. Probably the most popular and well that's commented based on our students and staff here. But these are compatible. Ensure to check your internet browser and be familiar with that internet browser, your email, and all of your devices before July 3rd, before you start your first class. Transcript evaluation. Official transcripts must be submitted by the end of a student's first course. That's absolutely necessary. And here's a list of maximum transfer credits listed below per program. Associates, bachelor's, MBA, and BBA. Associates is 45, is the maximum allowed. The bachelor's is 90, MBA is 18, and BBA is 9. Transfer credits are contingent upon the arrival and approval of official transcripts. So remember, if you are in the process of transferring credits into one of these 4 programs, it won't be applied into your program until official transcripts are received. And that includes you with your enrollment. So ensure if you have official transcripts on the way, you do so as soon as you can, prefer before you start, at the latest before you start your next class. If you do have questions regarding your transcripts, transfer credit, or anything transcript related, ensure to contact Gina Borelli. She's our transcript evaluator and assistant registrar. Her contact information is listed there. If you recently sent an official transcript, she will confirm when it's received and confirm to you as well upon receipt of that official transcript. If you have any questions regarding transcripts, ensure to contact Gina in the registrar's office. All right, course registration. All right, so just to kind of summarize your scheduling and registration, for those that are enrolled, you will be registered upon enrollment and approval of that. There are 8 terms, so there are 8 courses in a year, and each term is 6 weeks. That is in every program. That is from undergraduate to doctorate level programs. Each course it will be 6 weeks long. During the first week of the term, you're able to adjust your schedule by adding and dropping a course as well. Ensure to contact your student services advisor. Sabrina, who spoke earlier, will be your point of contact. So as you complete your program, and there may have to be changes to your schedule, maybe you have some concerns, maybe you have some questions, maybe things that happen that have to update your next class start date, contact Sabrina in Office Student Affairs immediately, preferably before week 1, because all schedule changes must be done during week 1 per our university policy. And our catalog link is listed here. I cannot recommend and stress enough that when you start our program, and we're a little less than a month away, to review our catalog. It's in our website, and in this link here. It's very important regarding all of our policies, your program information, every program information is listed here as well in our university catalog. All right, so we're now going to move forward with the set section. We're going to go ahead and ensure that you're able to answer questions at this time as well. You guys are actually being very excellent attendees. I actually didn't have to mute anybody. Sometimes we have students who, I'm sure you have background noise, so thank you for your patience and understanding as we begin the presentation. So before we move on to the set section, now that everybody's settled, I want to do roll call one more time. I want to thank again Cindy Sanchez for joining us today, Solomon Tanga, Zephania Mohammed, Jackie Jakes. I also have here Jacqueline Jenkins.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was having a hard time hearing. This is Jackie. I'm here. I did have a question, if that's what you were asking.
Go ahead.
All right. So I'm active duty military, and I noticed you mentioned something about after week 1 not having a schedule change. I mean, in the event that I had to deploy unexpectedly, which happens frequently in my line of work, how would that work out?
That's a great question, and this applies to everybody as well. So Jackie makes a great point. Life happens, and after week 1, there may not be any options whatsoever for you to log in successfully into the course. It may be out of your control, and military deployment can be very common as well, sometimes unexpected. So if that does happen, you could complete a withdrawal form as well. And if you find out beforehand as well, let's say right when your term starts, which does happen, you can complete a leave of absence until your return date. So I want to, of course, ensure that if you ever find out for whichever reason that you cannot log in, you cannot continue with the class successfully, contact us immediately so we can provide you any appropriate options. And if you're unable to do so, we can, of course, help you in completing the withdrawal form and a letter of intent, which will confirm, when your return date as well. So that's a great point, Jackie. So if you ever find yourself in that situation, contact Sabrina, contact the Office of Student Affairs, and do not worry as well. We will, of course, support you and ensure the appropriate options as well. It also kind of depends during the term. So let's say it's week 2, and you're not going to attend for the next 5 weeks. You can't. Withdrawal may be an appropriate option. But if it's the last week of a term or the last couple weeks, we'll work with you. We'll follow up with your behalf. We have another option called the incomplete, which will allow extensions. So depending on the scenario and depending on the term, we will help you and ensure you're able to make the best appropriate decision based on your circumstances as well. That's a great question. It's a great question. And it does happen. Sometimes you find out you have to move because of your job or military deployment. Absolutely, from one day to the next. Let us know, and we'll take care of it for you and talk to you.
Okay.
No worries. That's a great question. And it's also just confirming our roll call. I see also we have an attending Sarah Jordan.
Yes, I'm here.
Excellent. I want to make sure, I believe we're expecting an Anthony Smith. Anthony, are you still there? Okay, just double checking. Is there anybody that did not hear their name? Please introduce yourself now we are taking attendance for your orientation today as well. If you not hear your name, oh, go ahead.
Can I like make an adjustment to the way that you said my name, please?
Yes.
I'm sorry, sir. What was your name?
Is that Anaya? Is that Anaya? Muhammad.
First name is Anaya?
Yes.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I did not say your name earlier. Zephaniah Mohammed. I apologize.
Thank you, sir.
I'm sorry about that. I did not say your name earlier. Yes, I do have you down for attendance. Thank you. Anybody else also that did not hear their name, please introduce yourself now before we move on to our next section. If not, let's continue. Okay, so in the set section, we'll be discussing the student portal, the LearnCenter, our course room, an e-textbook, APA format, and a tutorial. Okay, so the student portal login screen is accessible now as well. If you've been enrolled and your enrollment's complete, you can log into the student portal, which includes your administrative headquarters. So the screenshot I'm showing here in the PowerPoint includes your username and password. That's the login screen. One thing that's very important is, first of all, your username. So your username is the first letter of your first name followed by the first two letters of your last name. So it's 3 initials. If you're emailed your username and there's a number attached to it, don't worry. All that means that somebody has the same initials as you, and we'll email you that before the class. But it is the first letter of your first name and the first 2 letters of your last name. So for example, my name is Eddie Hernandez. So my username would be E-H-E. And your password is the exact same password you used when you created an application. But don't worry, if you forgot that password, you can select Forgot Your Password here. You have already created an email account and some security questions. You can email the help desk at caluniversity.edu or contact your advisor, Sabrina Valencia, or anybody in Office of Student Affairs, and we can reset that password for you as well. So you can log in the student portal prior to the start date if you've completed your enrollment as well. But do not worry. I'm going to go to the next screen. I'll show you what the student portal looks like. There's nothing to do yet in the student portal, but you can log in. And we call the student portal the administrative headquarters. As you can see here, there's a calendar, a news center, a message center, as well as a document center. And these tabs to the left, which includes your application, academics, profile, message center, finances, documents, external links, and forms now as well. And we'll review that in our tutorial in our next slide. So this is a student portal. This is where you log in. You can log in beforehand. As you can see, there's not classes yet in this section. This is your administrative information based on your academic profile, where you can even make payments, as listed here under My Finances. This section here, the right corner, will be updated in much bolder on the start date, on July 3rd. It says Go to LearnCenter. So if you log in, let's say today, you won't see that yet. But on July 3rd, you will. And it will be accessible and be the next step in your login to go to class as well. I want to make note of that as well. But before we do that, I do want to inform you of our next slide. Student portal official forms. So I'm sure a great question that Jackie brought up was regarding taking time away from the program if necessary. You find out you're going to be deployed, if you need an official transcript. All the forms are listed here. Leave of absence request form, for release of authorization, request for an official transcript, grade appeal form, academic, let's go back. Excuse me. Academic honesty statement, SAP policy, and a student ID card request, which we'll talk more about later today. So if you're ever looking to review any possible forms that are necessary, or you want to request your ID during week 1, we'll ensure to review student portal official forms. Well, there's a form you guys maybe didn't fall into one of these categories. contact your student advisor, Sabrina in Help Student Affairs. We will assist you and share what form is appropriate to be completed. Okay, so now let's go to the LearnCenter, which you saw earlier in our previous slide in the right corner of the screen. So the LearnCenter is accessible July 3rd. In the LearnCenter is where you will be going to class. This is where you'll be interacting with your fellow students, interacting with your fellow faculty, us as well. In Student Affairs, we are active in the LearnCenter as well. This is where you will be going to class. This is where you're going to want to have to be. This is where you're going to be at on July 3rd. And this is the home screen of everybody's LearnCenter with the clock. And another reminder here as well is that CIU, California College University, we're on the Pacific time zone, understandably. So all assignments and due dates are reflecting Pacific time in this LearnCenter. The faculty as well operates under Pacific time zone, including our office hours here. So ensure plan ahead and plan accordingly regarding submitting your work and following up as well. Just reflect that. We have students across the globe, as Sabrina showed earlier today, and so you want to kind of ensure to plan it in your schedule regarding your assignments and due dates as well.
Mm-hmm. Hello?
All right? Yes.
Oh, hi.
Yes?
Yes. I was told to call this for orientation. I'm new to this stuff.
Okay, I'm sorry, what is your name?
My name is Catherine Crawford.
Catherine Crawford, okay.
So what are supposed to... Sorry?
Yeah, thank you for joining us. We are in our orientation right now.
Okay.
If you're dialed in and via GoToMeeting, that is great. We are in the middle of our presentation, and we'll be emailing a recording and a copy of the PowerPoint after today.
Okay, and I can't access that because I'm not at the library and my phone asked me to download it, and I can't download it at this moment.
Okay.
Can we still start, and then once I get to a laptop and stuff like that, I just go over everything?
Yes. We have another presentation on Friday, and furthermore, we'll be providing you a copy of the recording and PowerPoint.
I'd rather do it today, but I can listen to y'all talk and stuff like that.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, you can listen. If you're listening, that's excellent. Thank you for joining us.
Okay.
All right. So the virtual course room is a copy of MKT 517, our marketing course as well. And so you'll see here student orientation highlights. We have a news forum, MKT 517, a message, instructor information. And then I want to direct you to the e-textbook as well. Every course, except for your first undergraduate course, ACE 100, will include an e-textbook as well. So this is a screenshot of a homepage, one of our first courses. And below here is actually a copy of the ebook as well. So once the ebook you'll be seeing here is very similar. We'll have a table of contents. We'll have the title of the e-textbook here, and this is embedded in your course. Offline reading is also supported on your devices. You can download the ebook first, and as well, and with your app and with your GoToMeeting app, VitalSource app. I apologize, VitalSource app. You were able to log in and do your reading on your tablet, maybe on your phone. Although I wouldn't do that for a long time as well, but you can always have your ebook available to you. So if you're on maybe you're commuting, maybe you're in a plane and traveling to students do, you can catch up on your reading as well. And VitalSource has their own, of course, support ticket, support center. So if you ever have any challenges and maybe you have some questions with a particular device you want to do your reading on, you can contact their support link, and they're excellent. So this is what your ebook looks like on your screen primarily as well. You can print out pages, I believe 10 pages at a time. You can review each chapter and do highlights, so take some time to review that as well. All right, so now I'm looking at the APA format. which stands for American Psychological Association and the APA Style, and this is a copy of the APA Style Guide. So the APA format is really critical, very important. So I want to bring this up now. What you're looking at right now, you see title of the essay, your name, university name, course name, professor's name, and a date. That is a sample of the copy of an APA formatted paper. And having APA formatted paper is very important as well. So what I'm going to do for a second is actually log out and provide you a sample of an APA paper. It takes a few moments, but it's very important. And each program, undergraduate to a doctorate, you'll be being very familiar with APA format as well. So just a couple notes here. You can see that an APA, excuse me, an APA style paper includes a running head. You see the title page. You see a title of the essay. Level 2, you see headings here. This is a sample and a conclusion, and then furthermore references. Take some time, and when you complete your first course, there'll be an APA style template listed in every course as well. So ensure that if you see an assignment that says APA format, that you ensure that you follow the guidelines as well. We have a template here in your course room. So do not worry. If you're a graduate student, then this should not be a surprise. But if you're an undergraduate student, you'll learn more about the APA format in your first course. So if you want to work ahead, start researching that, that's excellent. All right. So now let's go back to our next slide and talk about our tutorial. All right, our tutorial now will be presented by David Rodriguez. He is also a student services advisor, and we'll be beginning that very shortly. What I'm going to do right now is log out of our PowerPoint and go to our student portal and turn it over to David.
All right. Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on this great Tuesday morning from sunny Southern California. My name is David Rodriguez. Just as Eddie mentioned, I currently work with students with last name L3C. So it's an honor to be here with you guys this morning. And today, I know Eddie has covered a lot of information regarding logging in, showing you pictures of what the website looks like. But there's nothing like actually going in and looking at it so that you can really understand how the content looks like. We're going to start off by reviewing the portal. So the student portal, as we like to call it, the administrative headquarters, this is where you will find all of your personal information. This is where you'll be able to review some great information. Under academics tab, you will be able to view your degree audit. So what courses am I required to take? Where do I stand in my program? You will also be able to view your class schedule. What course will I be registered for the following term? You will also be able to view your grades, of course, very important to track your progress. And under my profile, you will always be able to change your password if needed to. You will be able to send messages to us, your student advisor, and be able to update your information. Now, unlike a brick and mortar school, your presence, you can actually communicate with the staff, the academic department. Well, we are now an institution. We contact you via the information that we have on file for you. So it's always very important that you always ensure that your information is updated with phone numbers, as we do also text, your email address, and your home number, as well as your address. Under your finances tab, very important to most of us, view your account information. You can also make a payment online, view your payment information, and for those of you that will be needing the 1098-T form when it comes time for that, this is where you will be able to retrieve that. So these are just some of the important tabs that you will be have access to. But for the purpose of this presentation, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but this is what the homepage looks like. If you already completed your enrollment process, you've already been scheduled, you all should be able to view this portal. If you don't have access to it, let us know so that we can ensure that we provide you your username and your password. It's very important. So let's pretend it's the first day of class. I'm logged in. I'm excited to go to class. What do I do? Well, the first step is logging in. Once you log in, you are going to go to LearnCenter. Now, if there's two things that you can take away from this tutorial. Is two things. One is that you have to log into the portal to be able to access your courseroom. However, there are two websites that you will be using, the portal and the LearnCenter. The portal is for your information. The LearnCenter is where you'll find your course content. So you're going to click on Go to LearnCenter, and it may actually kick me out because we've been logging for a while. Yep. So let's go back here. All right, so you put in your username, your password. If you forgot your password, you click on Forgot Password. All right, so I'm in. You go to LearnCenter. It's going to prompt you to the second page, and you're going to click on Go to LearnCenter a second time. Very important. A lot of students get stuck in this step. You have to disable your pop-up blockers or add the caluniversity.edu domain as a trusted site. If you don't do this and you click on this link, nothing will happen. So ensure that you do that. So once you click on Go to LearnCenter, it's going to prompt you to the LearnCenter homepage. It will ask you the question, what time is it? Now, why is this clock important? Well, the official time zone for CIU is Pacific time. So assignments and due dates and times reflect Pacific time. So you do need to plan accordingly to submit your work on time. And just in case you were wondering, this clock is actually set up for Pacific Standard Time. So it is around 8:45 this morning, as you can see the red clock. So in case you ever want to know what time it is in Pacific Standard Time. All right, so I logged into my LearnCenter successfully. Great. Now what do I do? What should I click? You can hover your pointer over to My Courses, and when you click on My Courses, you will see a drop-down menu, and you will see your first course. As Eddie mentioned earlier in that presentation, you will all be registered automatically for each term. So you will be seeing your first course, whether that's associate's degree, bachelor's, master's, or doctorate degree. For this presentation, we have opened up the Marketing 517 course here. This is the introduction course for the MBA program. Now, before I start and look into our course, there's a couple things I want to go over, because I do understand that you selected an online institution because of its flexibility, which we definitely are. Our virtual classroom is available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It is flexible, so you work at your own time, at your own pace, and it's user-friendly. However, we do have weekly deadlines, but like I mentioned, you have access to it any time of the day, including your phone. All right, so now let's go look into the course. So this is Marketing 517. The first thing you'll see is the student orientation highlights. It's going to cover some of the information that we're covering in this orientation. News forum. This is just a forum for the instructor to provide students with information for the course, a welcome audio message from your instructor, a general discussion forum. Under that, course textbook and important documents, you will find the syllabi. Very important if you are familiar with, if you've been to other institutions, you know that every course has a syllabi. Ensure that you review this important course information to understand the flow and the expectations of the class. Instructor information, very important. Once you start your course, we always recommend students to direct their questions regarding the content of your course to the instructor. So who's my instructor? What's his email address? What's his office hours? What is his phone number if I need to get a hold of him? Instructor information here. Textbook, very important. For every course that you're registered at CIU, you will be able to retrieve your textbook via this link that will be embedded into your course or your virtual classroom. So every course that you are enrolled in, you will see a link embedded into your course, except for those students who are in the undergraduate bachelor course. The first course will be ACE 100, just to confirm there's no textbook in the course. But for everyone else, you'll be able to retrieve your textbook via this link. Remember the green puzzle piece. Under that, you'll see the Grammarly. So what is Grammarly and why should I create an account with them? Well, Grammarly is an amazing tool. I use it all the time here at work. It's It's amazing. It was developed by top scholars, and it's a writing enhancement platform that assists you with proofreading. It has the plagiarism detection capabilities. It assists you with just being a scholar writer. It just helps you write better, more comprehensively. It has a thesaurus. It just eliminates unnecessary verbiage. It's a great tool. It's completely free for students. Take advantage of this. You can use this Grammarly tool online, or you can even embed it into your Word, into your Microsoft Suite. So the way it works is that you will create an account. Once you create the account, it'll tell you to input a code. And you will open up this Grammarly user menu here, right below, and it'll give you the code. And the reason why you need a code is because normally this resource, you do have to pay for it, but as a CIU student, it's completely free to you. So this is the code here, and then once you input it, you have completely access to it. Again, please utilize the resources for you. This is for free, and it's for you to use. It's a great, great tool. All right, APA style template. Eddie mentioned the template to you all in the previous slide. So if you are not familiar with APA, don't worry, we have a lot of resources. Oh, sample instructions. And it's very, very helpful. Basically, what an APA style template is the way that the page is set up. The page that the running head is to be, the number, the cover page with all the title information, the way the essay is then formatted, and the references. That's all APA is. Don't worry, we do have the Writing Center that can help you, and we have this great template that all you need to do is fill in. So if this is new to you, we do have the Writing Center, and I'm going to be covering that in a second as well. But that is available to you all. All right, so it's the first day of class. This is all great information, but what do I need to do? Well, every course that you take here at CIU is 6 weeks long, and each week is a unit. So Unit 1 pertains to Week 1. So we're going to go to Unit 1 for Week 1, and everything that you find here in this box is what you will be required to review for the week. Your assignment will also be under this Unit 1. So if we go down to the unit, the first thing you'll see is unit activities, right? The first thing you'll see is biography statement, very important. All students, especially new students, will be required to post their biography statement on Monday by 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So why is biography statement? We are an online institution, and posting your biography statement confirms I'm here, I'm ready, and I'm ready to start networking and possibly making some connections with individuals in my course. We are an online business school. We have, as Eddie mentioned in the pillars, we have the entrepreneur spirit. So start your networking early. Start making some connections. You can learn a lot about your other colleagues, about their professional experience, their backgrounds. This is an informal assignment, so don't worry if that, oh my God, it's the first day of class and I already have assignment. It's an informal. All you have to do is introduce yourself, follow these quick steps, and post your biography statement by Monday. Going down the unit, it tells you what you're going to be focusing on, the learning outcomes. Under Activity 1 is the reading assignment. All right, so I have access to my book. What do I need to do? Well, for this course, you will be required to read Chapter 1 and read Chapter 2, followed by this Unit 1 lecture. Activity number 2, be heard, voting. So we try to also make sure that our classrooms are interactive. So we include multimedia, videos, and audio. So for this voting activity, all you need to do is view the video, and then vote. Very simple. Discussion question. How do I get participation points? Well, participation will be required from every single student for every class in every week. The way it works is that you will be, every week, for every unit, you will have a question from the instructor. The question will be in regards to anything that you find under Unit 1. It can be about the voting, it can be about the textbook, it can be about the lecture. So any of this content, that's where you may be able to retrieve the answer for the initial question. Once you respond to the question from the instructor, then you will respond to 2 classmates or to 2 peers, so a total of 3 in this current class. Some other courses may ask for additional responses, and you'll get participation points. How do I know if I completed the task? Well, for this course, if you completed the 3 responses, you'll get a little check mark here. That's a way to keep track of that too. So that's participation in discussion questions. Activity number 3. So the last thing you need to do for this week is your writing assignments. For this particular class, students are required to do an introduction to the marketing plan. It tells you right here with the instructions that it's a 2 minimum page in an APA formatting. We already covered what APA is, which includes a cover page and a reference page. Now, one thing I do want to mention, a lot of students may end up losing points because when they see 2-page minimum, they think that that is including the cover page and the reference page. It does not. If your instructor ever tells you 5-page minimum, 4-page minimum, it's 2-page, 4-page, 5 pages of content, excluding cover page and reference page. So if it says 2 pages here, and if it's APA formatting, it would be a total of 4 pages because it would be the cover page, the 2 pages of content, and then the reference page. Hopefully that makes sense. And then when you submit this, you're done. You're done for the week, and you can go on and enjoy your weekend, or you can start working ahead for the following week, and you can go to the second unit again, clicking this. Now remember that every assignment is due. Everything must be due by Sunday at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so keep that in mind. But you can submit early. You can start working ahead. That's the great thing about our virtual classrooms here, that you actually have access to the entire coursework in the classroom. So you can actually start working ahead. You have access to everything here. You can start working ahead. You can start reading ahead. You can take advantage of this great opportunity to be able to have access to entire content. So this is the virtual classroom. I apologize if I'm moving fast, but we have a time restraint here, and I want to make sure that I cover everything. We are recording this presentation, and of course, we're here to assist you on Monday, July 3rd. The next thing I want to go over is the Writing Center. So, APA is new to me. I need more assistance with writing, or maybe writing is not my strength. Well, we do have a Writing Center that's available to you to assist you. We have a lot of Writing Center resources, and you can actually also request a review from Iris Chow or one of our other tutors, Jillian Bennion. All you need to do is request a review, click here, upload your document, and ask for a review. Now, one thing that you do need to be aware of is that they may take up to 24 to 48 hours for them to acknowledge your request, and an additional 24 to 48 to give you feedback. So if you do need to use the service, you would need to take advantage of this early in the week to ensure that you still meet the Sunday 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time deadline. This is the Writing Center. We also have a math lab, which is amazing. So for those of you who may need some assistance with math lab, same thing. You can actually take pictures of your problem and send it to Iris. You can actually schedule a one-on-one interaction via Skype if you really want that as well. The same turnaround time, 24 or 48 hours, acknowledgement and response of another 48, up to 48. Doesn't mean that necessarily would take that long, but just keep that in mind. So take advantage of this resource as well. So that's the Writing Center, the Math Lab. The next thing I'm going to cover is the Student Resource Center. So just what the title of that says, Student Resource Center. It's a link with a lot of great information for students. The first thing you'll see is the News and Forum. This is an open forum to the entire student body here at CIU. A lot of great information here. Under the academic information, you will be able to view the student handbook. You will be able to retrieve the CIU booklet. So if you already know your program, you know what courses you will be taking. If you prefer a hard copy, we can provide you the ISBN numbers, and you can go ahead and make your own purchases, buy the textbook early, and make sure that you have that for you. More information on APA and some PowerPoint presentations. Now, the one thing that I do want to cover is the plagiarism scanner, the VeriCite plagiarism scanner, which is very important. Mostly for everyone will be able to use this, but most important for the master's and doctorate students. All of your documents that you submit will be automatically scanned via the Verified Plagiarism Scanner. So when you submit to your instructor, it will be scanned and it will give you a scan percentage within a few minutes of your submission. Now, the importance of that is that we have a university policy that requires all students to ensure that the document does not go over 15% of similarity. To ensure that does not happen, you utilize this plagiarism scanner and you upload your document through this platform before you submit to your instructor. So let's say I wrote my document. I'm doing my very best to ensure that that I'm giving the reference to the author, or I'm giving them credit. However, I want to make sure that I don't go over 15%. Very easy. All you need to do is click on Verified Plagiarism Scanner. It'll prompt you to that the next page that we're going to be seeing here, and then all you need to do is upload it. Once you upload it, again, it'll take a couple of seconds for it to synchronize, and it'll give you a percentage, and that's how you know if you need to review it or if you need to make some changes. It'll give you a report. So you're going to click on Submit a Paper. It'll give you a report, and in that report, it'll highlight the sections that need to be reviewed. The color is depending on the amount of plagiarism. So from red, which is directly, orange, which is maybe tax writing similarities or things like that. All you need to do is copy or paste your document here, or drag and drop your file here. You can continue to use this until you ensure that you have less than 50%. Once you do that and your document states less than 50% or maybe even a 0, then you confidently that if you did not plagiarize, and you can upload to your instructor. If you need additional information regarding how the Verified works, you can view these videos on how to scan and how to make sense of the report. And then lastly, two more things actually. Lastly, second to last is the LIRN, which is our Library and Information Resources Network. So you will be conducting some research. You will be writing some case analysis. This is where you will be able to retrieve those journal articles from these different databases. We have ProQuest, Gales Engage, and more, EBSCO. If you do want to attend some training, all you need to do is click on the training tab here, select the calendar date, and you can attend one of the workshops. Very straightforward. I highly recommend using the vendor view of the subject. If you're looking for any particular specific articles under the subject, you can view them that way, or you can view them by vendor. Again, this is an additional resource for you, available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And lastly, technical support. We are an online university. Of course, with technology, there are things that are out of our control. But all we ask for you to do is to ensure that you document everything. So it's Sunday, you're panicking, something's not working, don't worry. Take screenshots, send a ticket. You can either send a ticket here, or you can also email helpdesk@caluniversity.edu. You can check the status of the ticket by putting in your email and your ticket number to see the progress on that. Again, it's an online institution. Things can happen. Don't panic. Take a screenshot, document it, send us an email, and we'll be able to help you. We understand that sometimes these things are out of our control, and it happens. So don't worry about it. Communication is very important. So that concludes my presentation. I know it's a lot of information. However, again, it's being recorded, and we're here to assist you. You're not alone. I'm going to hand it back to Eddie, but of course, do know that we're all here to assist you, and we look forward to having you. Thank you so much for listening in, and Eddie's going to take it back with our last segment of Go.
Thank you, David. Excellent presentation. So we're now up to our final slide, which is excellent. And so actually the final slide was presented by our Manager of Student Affairs, Dee Jefferson. This will be our final section. It's 9:02 AM Pacific time, so I know many of you probably get back to work. So we're going in brief right now, right into our presentation and talking about Bio Monday. And of course, a friendly reminder, after this section, we will have our final Q&A.
Welcome, students. Once again, this is Dee, your Student Services Manager, and just wanted to wrap up, as Mr. Hernandez stated, your final section of the tutorial today. It is your go section. We're finally ready to put our foot to the pedal and get started. The first way to get started with class is posting your biography. It is due Monday, the first day of class. And weekly attendance is required in your course. All students must participate the very first week of school, or they will be subject to cancellation. We don't want that to happen to you, so please ensure to post your bio the first day of class. And of course, your entire unit, Unit 1, is due by Sunday of that week, 11:55 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So you're going to start off with your bio on Monday, and then you're going to complete the rest of your assignments for Unit 1 the first week of class. Our attendance policy is standard. If you do go 14 consecutive days without posting an assignment, you may be withdrawn. Once again, we understand that life happens, emergencies happen, sometimes you can't get to your studies, but communication is key. So let us know if anything comes up. We can work with you on attendance, ensuring that you don't get withdrawn due to lack of attendance. Very, very important. Any questions that you have about posting your biography and completing Unit 1 the first week, don't hesitate to call us. We're here for you, your Student Services Advisor. Contact us right away. All right, help. We all need help all the time so we can get through this. Don't be afraid to push that help button. And we've kind of broken it down into 3 bullet points as far so you know who to go for what when you're going through your program. Sometimes it gets a little confusing. So we kind of broke it down here. If you have questions about the material that you're studying, or you don't understand a concept, you have questions about your grades, any additional resources or materials that you may need in order to finish your studies or your course or your program or your unit, you should contact your instructor. They're your teacher, just like at a traditional school setting. They give you your grades. They help you understand what we're trying to learn. So contact them via email or phone, and that is located in the instructor information tab right embedded in your course that Mr. Hernandez went over earlier in your presentation. Very, very important. If you have any technical issues with your computer, or you can't get on the LearnCenter or the portal, or you forgot your password, all you have to do is submit a ticket at the help desk at caluniversity.edu. They're very responsive. They'll get to you immediately or within 24 hours. So please use the help desk for technical issues. They'll get you back on track and on your way. Lastly, if you have any questions about advising, excuse me, or scheduling, you know, what's my next class, or maybe you want to change programs. Maybe you want to take a different class as opposed to the one that's coming up next. Any program changes like that, or just additional support along the way, contact us. We're your cheerleaders here. We're your motivators. We help keep you on track. We get you to the right department. We get you to your instructor. We're kind of like the bridge that brings everything together. So don't be afraid to reach out to your student services team. We're here to keep you on track, keep you motivated, help you through those tough times, and definitely cheer you on for your successes. And as you can see, all of our names are there, emails, as well as our direct phone numbers. So don't hesitate to press that help button. If you have something that comes up, we want to get to you right away. So please use these 3 bullet points as your guideline of where to go for what help you need at the time. Something new at CIU, the Intelligent Partnership, Pocket Confidant. We're excited to announce this partnership with Pocket Confidant. It's an artificial intelligence application that provides a new virtual, at this time, non-academic coaching tool to all of our students, faculty, and staff members. In the future, we're looking to actually import Pocket Confidant into some of your courses as a learning tool. And you're asking, okay, some of you may have already heard of Pocket Confidant, but if not, this is what Pocket Confidant can do. It supports our students experiencing any personal or professional or even academic transitions. We know some of us have been out of school for a while. We're coming back into the school. We're doing online. We may have some concerns, maybe apprehensions, or just things that we want to talk about that we don't want to talk to our advisor about, or we may not want to talk to our instructor about. Well, we have this artificial intelligence online that you can log into. You can ask it questions, and it responds back to you. So it's almost like an instant chat type situation. Awesome tool. I was on there myself yesterday as a test, asking it questions. I have test anxiety. I don't know if any of you out there, get anxious or you get nervous when it's time to take an exam. I do, believe it or not. So I talked to Pocket Confidant yesterday about my test anxiety, and they gave me feedback back and forth how I could drill down and really deal with my feelings about it. And after I was done, I felt a lot more better. I felt more confident that I could be prepared the next time. That's an example of how you can use Pocket Confidant. It can also help to develop the competencies that you're going to need in school to enhance your critical thinking and your problem-solving skills. It's going to help you look within yourself, also look to other resources to help you motivate, not just through your studies, but through life in general. And lastly, it helps us to become more resilient in being proactive in dealing with the challenges and the changes of life. We're very, very excited to partner with Pocket Confidant AI. I believe we're the first online academic institution to partner with them. So we're very, very excited about offering this tool to our students. Once again, we all have things that we have anxiety about or things that we just want to get feedback about, maybe do some self-reflection. This is a safe, comfortable, confidential environment in which to do so. So stay tuned for Pocket Confidant, the intelligent partnership. A lot of our students ask, okay, when am I going to get my school ID card? Great question. There are perks to getting your school ID card. You can get discounts on things like movies and for all of us girls who love shoes, different shoe stores, things of that nature. And above all, you show your CIU pride with carrying your school ID card. You are eligible to receive your card once you've completed your first course. So all you need to do is submit your picture on a white background to the OSA at caluniversity.edu, and we'll get your card out to you within the week, right after you finish your first class. So hang in there, get your first class completed, and we'll send out your ID card, and you will have that pride to show to friends and families and colleagues that you are affiliated with an entrepreneurial, outstanding university. Our last slide, as I always like to end with, most of us here at the university have studied together. And I tell you, it makes a world of difference, especially in an online environment. We get caught up with work and our community activities and our families and events and things like that. And then we get to school, and it seems like there's kind of like nobody there. Well, to the opposite. We're here for you, first of all. You have a success team here at CIU. But also, I encourage you to invite some of your friends and colleagues who are thinking about going back to school to study with you. There's no greater benefit than to ping off ideas from your friends or your coworkers or your colleagues. It also helps you be accountable. I know some of my colleagues here, they razz me about if I turned in an assignment on time or if I've done my research. So it keeps me accountable. It helps build confidence when you can study with somebody because you guys are learning new study skills together. You're gaining new perspectives from each other. And above all, you just have that additional support. So I encourage you, invite your friends and family, colleagues to study with you, and you'll see that it'll be a much more warm and rewarding experience here at CIU. There's nothing better than building a community and a family of like-minded individuals as yourselves, entrepreneurs who want to go to the next level in their life and improve their quality of life. So get a study partner at CIU. That does conclude our Go section, ready and set. At this time, I will turn it back over to Mr. Eddie Hernandez, and thank you so much. I believe we're going to open it up for questions, Eddie.
Yes, thank you, Ms. D. Thank you all of us for joining us. We went over the ready, set, and go section today. So we're going to move forward with our final slide. Our presentation has ended, and all students will receive the PowerPoint presentation and a recording of the group orientation by tomorrow. I'm now going to open up all your microphones for any additional questions. It's currently probably 9:14 Pacific time. So I know many of you may be going back to work, but if you have any questions, please utilize our chat box. Please utilize the microphone as well. If there's something I could discuss privately, of course, you can contact us after our presentation as well. But go ahead. Now's the time to ask away. And a reminder, we also have a presentation on Friday at 9 a.m. I know some of you may have joined us as we got started. So ensure that if you'd like to join us on Friday, contact your advisors from the LearnCenter or Office of Student Affairs as well.
I'm sorry, I have a question about that. So will the same access code work, or do we need to, this is Jackie, and the reason I'm asking is because I did the diagnostic test prior to starting the session today for the live video feed. But for some reason, when I actually went live, it didn't work. So I was listening the entire time, but I just wasn't seeing anything. So I was wondering would that same access code work, or do I need to contact my advisor again and get a new code?
Great question. Yes. The orientation for every date has a different access. So yes, if you'd like to attend again, you can contact us or your enrollment advisor or Sabrina and provide you the access code for Friday. So that's a great question, Jackie. Every presentation has a different access code on the date. So if you have any questions, like to attend again, we actually have a few throughout the next few weeks up to July 3rd orientation. So again, that's no problem. Look forward to that.
Okay. All right.
Are there any other questions?
No.
Sure, go ahead.
I don't have no questions.
Okay. Are there any additional questions? We're going to go ahead and conclude and sign off.
I do have a question. This is Cindy Sanchez.
Oh, Cindy.
Yes, good morning. So everybody here on this orientation, are we all starting on July 3rd on the first class?
Absolutely. Yes. This is orientation for July 3rd start date.
Okay. Thank you.
Question, Cindy?
This is Sarah. I have a follow-up question, I guess, to Cindy's question. Are we all enrolled in the same program? For instance, I'm enrolled in the MBA program.
That's a great question. Some of our fellow classmates did introduce their program. But to answer your question, not everybody attending today is the same program. So I'm just going to do a quick roll call here. Now that we're concluding, I see Cindy Sanchez, you were in the bachelor's degree program. I see Solomon, who earlier today spoke, bachelor's degree program. Jackie Gate. Thank you, Jackie, for joining us with the great questions, the doctorate program. Jacqueline Jenkins, thank you for joining us in the doctorate program. And Sarah Jordan. Sarah, you're in the MBA program. So you've got a great, diverse community here today. And we'll be doing so as you embark and complete your degree program. Well, new student orientation is open to everybody. So anyone can join us from every program, and our community forums interact together as well.
Great. Thank you.
You're very welcome. And the orientations as well, I'm open to everyone as well. Don't worry about that. We're all here together, starting on July 15th. Before we conclude, we have made time for one more question. If not, I'm going to go ahead and sign up, and we'll begin. Sabrina.
Thank you, Eddie. Yes, my name is Sabrina Valencia. Again, I'm your student service advisor for your class of July 3rd. I look forward to our one-on-one phone calls today. Moving forward, if you haven't received my email or voicemail, please do respond back. I personally would like to speak to you on the phone, especially after the orientation, just to know you and see if you have any other questions you'd like to ask me about your course or your enrollment. I'm very excited to get started with your program, and again, congratulations on becoming a student here at California Intercontinental University.
Excuse me. Hello? Hello?
Yes. Hmm?
I was wondering, like, do y'all have, like, classes, like, on campus? Like, do y'all have any on campus? Let's say if I wanted to do a couple of classes on campus, do y'all have that?
Not this time. And what is your name, ma'am? I'm sorry.
My name is Catherine.
Hi, Kathy.
Hi.
Not this time. All courses in every program are 100% online.
Okay, that's fine.
You are invited to visit us here in Irvine, California at our campus.
Okay. Yes, Catherine has that. Mm-hmm.
If ever you're in the Orange County and like to meet me, also your support team here with Eddie, David, and Dee, please let us know. We'd love to meet you and your family and give you a university tour.
Okay, hold on.
Hey, Kathy. Where do you reside, Catherine? Are you in California? Are you in California?
Yes, I'm in California.
Oh, great. What part of California? Are you in the southern?
Tacoma. I said I'm in Tacoma. Be quiet.
Oh, Tacoma. Okay. Great. Great. Well, we look forward to your visit hopefully soon.
Okay.
Okay, great. We're going to go ahead and conclude our presentation today. Thank you again for joining us, everybody. And Sabrina will be contacting you. And have a great day, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you, students.
Okay, I'm ready. Oh, okay. We done? I can hang up? Hello?